everybody, how you guys doing today? My name is Nick, otherwise known here as Avialence. I'm coming at you with a vlog for Friday, April 4th. The launch of ESO is today, but unfortunately that's not what this vlog is about. Go ahead and check out my ESO discussion video if you haven't already for the early access recap. I'm totally gonna sneeze. You know when you feel it coming on and then it just, whew. Alright, I think we're good. So, last night I went to see Captain America Winter Soldier at midnight. Phenomenal movie, by the way. Fantastic movie. Stay through the credits because there's two hidden scenes that really tease toward the next Avengers, and then another piece, which I'll leave for you guys up to decipher. Great movie, though. Love it, so check it out this weekend if you guys haven't already. But moving on from that, I did go into the midnight premiere last night. Now, it wasn't even really a midnight premiere. There was actually no showing at 12:01 a.m. This is something that was a little disappointing to me because it's also how game releases are going at this point in a sort of context. So today we're talking about midnight launches for video games as well as midnight premieres for movies and other events. I think it's something that I miss, you know, and maybe I'm just conservative that way, so to speak, right? Maybe I'm just conservative that way, but I miss those big events. I remember going in line, sitting for Skyrim, Assassin's Creed 3, Halo 3, all those great games. Fallout New Vegas was one of the biggest ones I sat through. That, StarCraft 2 as well, Diablo 3, there's so many, right? I have so many memories of these amazing launch parties where we all would sit out in line, talk, socialize, have a good time, and I really feel that a lot of those have kind of gone away with this digital age, which I think doesn't really hurt it as much as the new model that GameStop's running, right? Where you can go in at 9 o'clock, get a number on your ticket, then go do whatever for 3 hours, come back. And I understand it's more convenient, I use it all the time, right? But I do miss the idea of being social, having that community aspect. And that community aspect is something that you always get at conventions, and you know, when you go out to these premieres and these midnight launches, you expect to have that communic sense, right? The community there, checking out the movie, talking about it, blabbing about it, all wearing like their shirts, you know, that match the game or the movie that's coming out. And that was kind of my in-between, right? That was my remedy in between conventions or big events. And it's going away and it's a little disappointing to me. Now, like I said, I may be a little conservative when it comes to this, but that's kind of the gist of it, you know? Whatever happened to those midnight premieres? Captain America, for example, I want to do a midnight, and I gathered a group of people together to do it, and I was expecting it to be at 12:01. Now, I haven't gone to a midnight movie premiere in forever. It's been quite some time. But when it came down to Captain America, there were 3 showings at my theater. One was at 9, one was at 9:40, and then there was one at 11:40. Now, I was a little disappointed by that because that's early. No one wants to go that early, man. Whatever happened to the midnight? And I understand that that's mainly for people who are just there, like they aren't hardcore nerds, so to speak, or anything of that nature. But whatever happened to the midnight, right? I feel like it's becoming something that, you know, it's not encouraged to be there. You don't have that motivation to be there because you can do that early showing. Now, it's not really as big of a deal with movies. It's just something that perked up last night in my head when I was like, wow, there's a 9 o'clock showing for a movie that's not supposed to come out until tomorrow. I find that strange. That being said, I think it's more prevalent in the gaming world, right, with the midnight launches. Now, I understand a lot of you guys do digital, and I don't think that digital's really killing the midnight launches at all, as a matter of fact. Most people who do digital don't want a physical copy of the game. I get that, right? And most people who also do order offline when it comes to like the physical copy and stuff like Amazon, things of that nature. My ESO came from Amazon. But I feel that when it comes to the midnight launches with GameStop's new releases, and because GameStop is the big primetime retailer. Now, if you aren't a gamer yourself and you're watching this vlog, then let me go ahead and explain this to you. So GameStop does have that system that I mentioned earlier, right? You can go in with your pre-order, right? Bring your receipt in, they'll put a number across your receipt on a little sticky piece, and then they'll call that number from outside or in the store or whatever to come pick up the game. Now, before, you had to wait in line, right? There was a point to get there right on time, get that 3rd spot in line, sit there, have a great time doing it. I remember when StarCraft 2 came out, and I was up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I went to the midnight launch with my buddy Rob. And we were, I think, like 20th in line or something like that. But there was a huge, huge crowd of people. And there was one guy that I really just loved because he was sitting there with a giant thing of Mountain Dew, bag of chips, and he had been there for a couple hours. He's a really, really cool guy, and I love chatting with him, you know? And that's something that I feel is kind of falling through, the community. I understand that we're becoming a more digital online age, right? And I get that, especially when it comes to games and the digital releases. But it's a little depressing to see that people don't even want to socialize when they come to these events, right? And if they do socialize, it's 1 or 2 of you. But that's something that I feel I wish I could bring back, because I love the conventions. I'm excited for RTX. I'm going this summer. I'm excited for Comic-Con as well. I may be going to Comic-Con, because you have that sense of you know everybody, right? At parties, for example, I'm a very awkward person. I don't drink. I don't like to drink. And quite frankly, I don't like to share drunk stories because I have none, right? Now, when it comes to like a gaming party, I go there, we're talking about Zelda, we're talking about the new Xbox. I mean, I feel like I fit in, and they make you want to fit in. The sense of community is just appallingly awesome, and it's something you really, really appreciate. So, I know that that sense of community is something you get when you go to conventions, but I kind of miss the midnight premiere as well as the midnight launch community that used to be there until GameStop implemented this new policy. You know, it's a little unfortunate that that has gone away, but you know, if you guys are out there, you're on a midnight launch, do it, hang out, have a good time, and let me know if you guys have had any good midnight launches in the past couple months. I'm really curious, because I personally haven't. There hasn't been a lot of good midnight launches. I enjoy going to all of them, right, because I'm part of that community. But I wish there was a bigger sense of community outside of just the way I think. But anyway, guys, that's my vlog for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I was probably going to talk about some Elder Scrolls stuff. Many of you guys were probably expecting me to talk about some Elder Scrolls stuff. But I'm just playing Elder Scrolls. I'm enjoying it. I don't want to vlog too much about anything ESO because I still don't know a lot about the game. It's been a long, long time since I've played MMOs, which we'll probably be talking about next week. But if you enjoyed today's vlog, feel free to hit that like button, guys, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I release a vlog every Friday, and if you guys have any topics you'd like me to discuss, you can post them in the comments below this one, and I'll be sure to consider them for my next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. If you guys are on ESO, feel free to hit me up at Avialence.